Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your monthly reading for June 2023. This is for Cancer, Sun, and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific with your reading. Cancer, I do this because I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one, as if you're just a friend, hang out with me on the couch, rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your readings. Now, Cancer, this is it. This is a big month, all right? It's a very different month from May. There's a lot happening and a lot of things that are going to affect you in a really good way, all right? So first things first, Cancer, happy birthday. We are entering Cancer season mid-month, so I hope that you have an amazing birthday. For all those Cancers that are, when we go into your birthday season, you're really going to love it. Now, the biggest thing that's happening this month is almost everything, right? So, as we know, Mars left your sign to go into Leo. If you saw my reading last week, really fiery, okay? Going after your passions, going after being passionate about your passions, being proud of yourself, how far you've come. Think about where you were 2 years ago. Think about where you are now. Think about your path forward. Just be very proud of yourself. It brings a lot of confidence to this Mars and Leo placement. What makes it really interesting is Venus is actually moving into Leo as well. So Venus is leaving your sign, moving into Leo. So that's really fiery. Mars and Venus in Leo. Fiery, fiery, fiery. I mean, as we know, Venus is all its, listen, things are just going to heat up. Things are going to spice up. Things are going to get really spicy, really, Leo is a native ruler of the 5th house. So just things like pleasures. I want you to have fun. I want you to have a lot of fun this June, okay? I want you to have just a really good time. Again, it's just going to be really fiery in terms of love and romance and creativity. Now, all this activity is actually, Venus and Mars in Leo is in your 2nd house. So you may see a lot of movement or activity within your salary, your finances, but also self-worth and self-value, and a lot of just finding that comfort and that stability moving forward, all right? Taurus is Venus is the ruler of Taurus, by the way, and we know Jupiter moved into Taurus. For you, that's your 11th house, and that rules your social network, that rules, groups and organizations you belong to. It also rules your hopes and dreams. So as we know, Jupiter is going to be in Taurus for an entire year, so you're going to feel that moving forward throughout this year. One other thing that's happening is that we are in Gemini season. We have a new moon in Gemini that's going to happen. This is all in your 12th house. And so I want you to pay attention to your dreams. You may get messages from your dreams. Y'all are, I say it all the time, y'all are very intuitive sign already. So a lot of that could come naturally to you. If you have a lot of unanswered questions, they may just come very intuitively. So pay attention to your dreams, all right? Pay attention to your dreams. The 12th house does rule the subconscious. And, we really do kick off this month in a really great way. June, Jupiter is conjuncting the North Node. If you don't know what that means, the North Node, I'm just going to be just very quick about this in layman's terms. It's your spiritual journey throughout life, okay? It's if you want to call it destiny, it's destiny, all right? And so Jupiter conjuncting the North Node, wow, that's like luck. All your luck cranked up big time. So we're kicking it off. And remember, last month we had a new moon in Taurus. So this is really great. I absolutely love it. We have a full moon in Sagittarius that's going to happen. We'll talk about that. If you are new to my channel, I do after your spread, I pull more cards, so remember to stay tuned to the end because I break it down week by week. There's a lot of activity happening this month. A lot of activity. I haven't even talked about the fact that, Mercury's going into your sign, Cancer. There's a lot happening. We have 2 planets retrograde, but they're good retrogrades, and we're happy about these retrogrades. So that's about it. If you are new to my channel, I do leave all the key astrological dates in the description box if you do want to follow along. But this, I feel already is going to be a very spiritual month for you. A lot of just like intuitive downloads, spiritual downloads. That's definitely going to happen. It's an energy that I always meditate before every sign, and that's something that was coming through for Cancer. So I really love that. Cancers, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. See what's going on for you for June 2023. Again, this is for Cancer, Sun, and Rising. And if you want to read for your Venus, your Moon, if you know your birth chart, any of that. Ooh, look at that. That flipped over the Strength card. That's amazing. I love that. I don't do jumpers, but if it shows up in your spread, then we will definitely take that as a sign. And it will, it maybe like 3 out of 100 times that happens. Or it'll happen like 3 out of 100 times. But usually if it's meant to be, it'll show up in your spread. All right, so Cancer, let's go ahead and get started. Let's get started with your reading for June 2023 for Cancer, Sun, and Rising. Now, and all these placements that I just discussed, they're going to be more, if you're Cancer rising, definitely going to really have more of an impact on you, but it doesn't disclude your solar chart. If you're Cancer, clearly it's all going to apply to you as well, okay? All going to apply to you as well. And it's just something that we're all adults here, right? Just you take what resonates with you, you leave behind what doesn't. But it really does. A lot of people do ask about the rising, and so I did a video on that if you want to see it. And just to give you an example, I'm an Aquarius when Jupiter was in Taurus for me, okay? Remember, this is 12 years, all right? So Jupiter's in your 11th house now. So think about what happened back in 2011, 2012 for you, all right? So for me, I'm an Aquarius, okay? I'm not an Aquarius rising, but as an Aquarius, Jupiter was in Aquarius's 4th house. I moved in 2012. 12 years before that, when Jupiter was in Aquarius, I moved in 2000 because it's all happening in my domestic sector. So it will still resonate with Cancer. I'm not an Aquarius rising, right? So I know that a lot of people ask a lot of questions. So yes, it will affect Cancers, everything that I just said astrologically, but more Cancer risings, it will probably have a deeper effect, if that makes any sense. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Cancer, you're good. You're good. Oh, Cancer, you're great. Okay. You want to get started? Let's get started. You got the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords came up in your past, okay? Came up in your past. I love this. Seven of Swords. Listen, there could have been something, Cancer, that happened. It could have happened around that eclipse time. As I said, we had that full moon lunar eclipse that happened last month, and I know that it happened on May 5th, but the effects of that eclipse were really powerful, especially when it's in a sign like Scorpio that's really intense, and so some of y'all could still be feeling it, or feeling the repercussions of it, or, you know what I mean? It could still be with you, but listen, this is, it came up in your past, and this is you. For a lot of y'all, the biggest message was face your truths. Okay, face all your truths. If there's someone doing something that's, underhanded, someone that's doing something very Machiavellian, someone that's doing something, maybe lying, cheating, stealing, any of that, confront them. All right, confront them. I say it all the time. Cancers, sure, you're sensitive, sure, you're emotional, you're in touch with your emotions, but you're cardinal signs, you're leaders, all right? You take action, all right? So that's really great that this came up in your past. This is in your past. So a lot of y'all, it was you. Some truths that you probably heard that you were just like, oh, I'm just going to ignore this, or I'm going to avoid this, which isn't great. I always say, when you push those sort of energies to the side, they're still there. They're still there. You haven't done anything with it. So, but also it could be someone in your physical reality that was doing something to you, and you could have just been letting it slide, or maybe just letting them get away with it. Okay, and see, and how does that resonate with you? All right, this is your reading. So is it something emotional for you? Is this something that happened in your physical world where you weren't facing your truth, or thinking about things from the past that were holding you back and that was preventing you from moving forward? Here's the good news, Cancer. You got the Hierophant in the heart of your spread. So, looking at your entire spread here, it seems like you did face your truths. You did come to a point where if someone was doing something, you were like, nope, no more. You're good. You're good. Cancer, from the very beginning, when I said that I was getting a feeling that your reading was going to be pretty spiritual, and I mean, you getting the Hierophant in the heart of your spread. First things first, the Hierophant is ruled by Taurus, okay? And so we have Jupiter moving into Taurus. This is a great sign for you. I absolutely love this for you. This is sort of like the theme of the month. He is, think like Pope energy, right? He's a spiritual leader. He's actually the Greek priest. If you think about the word Hierophant, the etymological root, if you break it down, Hiero comes from Heros, which is sacred and holy, font, feinen, to display, to reveal. And so he's the connector from the divine, what's up there, right? And our physical reality. In fact, this is the first card in the major arcanas. Outside of the main figure where other people appear, he has that deep sacred knowledge inside him. He's got all that wisdom inside him. And when you have that, you spread it to others. And so this is absolutely wonderful. This is absolutely great. And this is absolutely what's happening for you, Cancer, because this is you, again, just being in that place where you feel like this month you will feel that soulfulness, okay? Almost to a point where you have this platform where people are going to be listening to you, where you have you're the one that's giving all this advice, you're the one that's giving all this love answers, and you do have so much love to give. But this is a month where it is almost like you are definitely when I say platform, here's the other thing. Remember how I said Jupiter in Taurus is your 11th house? Well, there you go. The Hierophant, this card is also about organizations as well. And I said that, you know, Jupiter moving into your 11th house is your social network, groups you belong to, organizations you belong to. So you could be very influential in that area right now. And it's such a great placement. And then when I also said platform, think about the 11th house also rules social media. So if you are involved in social media in some way, even if you're not, you could just be a very influential person right now in terms of social media, because that is your 11th house. He's just such a very influential person, but very in terms of, more of like a spiritual flair to it, if that makes any sense. All right, so I absolutely love this for you. This is also someone who is very it's all about structure too. He's all about structure and tradition and just doing things the way that he's doing things, and just really having an impact. Honestly, that's what it is, looking at your entire spread, because you got the Hanged Man. And so this is really interesting. You got the Hanged Man in the challenge area. So one thing I'm going to go ahead and point out is that you can't see this one. Is that you got all major arcanas and court cards other than the Seven of Swords, which is in your past. Now, with a Hanged Man in your challenge area, there is still something you've got to let go. There's still something you've got to let go. And if you haven't made that confrontation, you see that he's stealing the swords in broad daylight here. He can be caught. It's going to be easy for you. It's not like it's almost like you're aware of this, all right? You're aware of what's going on. And so have that moment if you haven't already. For a lot of other of y'all, I'm getting really more of a message of some of this power that you're going to have this month. And you will have a lot of power. It'll be kind of new to you, all right? So be open to it. Be receptive to it. Really take advantage of it. And again, this is really great. At the same time, I still want you to have fun this month. I want you to have fun this month. We're entering your birthday season. It's a great time to have fun. Mars and Venus and Leo, it's a great time to be creative. It's all about self-expression. It's all about that love and romance as well. But the Hanged Man, again, Hanged Man, he's made this surrender, right? He's hanged himself upside down. You can see the halo around his head, the smile on his face. He's he's done this in a dramatic way, hanging himself upside down to look at things in a new perspective, okay? And so that's why I say be open to it, be receptive of it, this. You're just going to be in a very powerful place this month, and it may be a little jarring. You're like, me? But you will have a lot of power, and be open to it, and just surrender the things that you don't need anymore. Surrender the things, if there are some truths that you haven't faced, if there are some things that are happening in your life that you're just pushing to the side, now is the time to just snip, 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 right? All right, so Boom, we're going to do this at the same time. You got the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles. You got two kings. You can see the spread, can't you? You can see the spread. I usually like to keep the cards far apart because I like to surprise you when I pull the cards up. But sure, let's just get to it now. Look what you got in your future. So, when I say this is going to be a great month for you, it's going to be a great month for you before we even get there. We'll do it this way. You got the King of Swords, King of Pentacles. This is what's very interesting about this. I'm going to point something out to you that is, and this is why I held them out at the same time. King of Swords came up in your crown. Swords are the air suit, mental, okay? Came up in your crown. The mental attribute, the logic, intellect, communication, came up in your crown. Now, King of Pentacles, earthbound, came up in the root of your spread. What are the chances? What are the chances? That's amazing. Let's go ahead and start with the King of Swords. You're good. When I say you have a lot of power, King of Swords, Hierophant, King of Pentacles. Look at that. Now, King of Swords, this is all about power and authority. This is head above the clouds. This is facing your truth. So there, again, I was getting a message that was really strong was the fact that you know something is kind of maybe happening and you're just like kind of letting it slide. This is you saying like, I actually really just want to like deal with this. You can see that his sword is tilted too, ready to take action. Lastly, the only king looking directly at you. He has nothing to hide. He's faced all his truths, okay? He's faced all his truths. He is, and no one can hide anything from this king. This is the king. I always say, if you lived in the medieval times, you were summoned by the king, this is the king that would make you shake at the knees. He's that powerful. He's clever, strategic, cunning. He's just, I mean, if Mensa existed back then, he probably actually started Mensa. Now, you got the King of Pentacles in the root of your spread. Hello. So this is saying that there is a part of you that is, you're just so over some of the things that if you feel that we're low energy, you're over it. You're over it. You're ready to take your power back. You're ready to come into power, and you are going to have a lot of power. All right. King of Pentacles, the richest king. The richest king. And hey, remember, you got the Hierophant ruled by Taurus in the heart of your spread. Now you got the King of Pentacles ruled by Taurus. You got two Taurus cards. Remember, Jupiter is in Taurus, so pay attention to that. That's in your 11th house. That's in your 11th house, your social network. I told you to have fun this month. Be social. Be social, right? Organizations you belong to, groups you belong to, social media, all of that, all of that. You are going to, like, eyes are going to be on you. Eyes are going to be on you. That's what Mars and Venus and Leo. I mean, you've got the spotlight, okay? You've got the spotlight. This is really good. And also, a lot of internal, remember that spirit. Remember, the second house is still, it's that self-worth, self-value, being proud of yourself, really accepting who you are, having that self-love. You are going to have it this month. And now, with the King of Pentacles showing up, there you go. That's amazing. The richest king. Look at all the abundance around him. He, out of only two cards, has a golden scepter. That golden scepter creates the abundance, creates all this goodness. You know what? The King of Pentacles, he's the provider, okay? He's the protector. That's what you are, Cancer. You are a provider. You are a protector. Now, it's coming up in the root of your spread. So this is what's happening for you in June. You are, for a lot of y'all, this is what you're going to want. For a lot of y'all, this is what's going to happen, all right? People, you're going to have so much influence. People are going to look up to you. You are going to be on your A game. I absolutely love this for you. I absolutely love this for you. And one other thing I'm going to point out to you, remember that I said Mars and Venus in Leo, your second house is salary. And so this is money and wealth. Sure, it's, your physical reality because, Pentacles are earthbound. So this is just feeling rich in wealth in all areas of your life as well. I mean, honestly, that golden scepter, it works wonders, okay? And one other thing I'm going to point out, you see his hand over the pentacle. He's owning his wealth. He's owning his abundance. This is power. This is power, Cancer. You have so much power. And then finally, in your future, you have the Ace of Cups. You're fine. You're good. You're good. June's a great month for you. In fact, this is a powerful, very powerful spread. Ace of Cups, as we know, well, maybe you don't. That's why I'm here. I'm going to tell you, we call this the heart of tarot. You see the 5 streams overflowing from that chalice there. That's our 5 senses overflowing with joy. And it's not even joy. This is rapturous. This is intense pleasure and joy. I always say when this card comes up, think about the last time something happened that brought you to tears. Okay, whether it was a proposal, having a kid, something that brought you so much joy, right? Landing that dream job. You're having another moment like that. The potential here is really huge because you have so much power and so much influence, and aces usher in that new change, that new opportunity. Some of y'all are this is cups, this is love, this is emotions, this is wonderment, this is all of that. You are just going to be so emotionally fulfilled. I mean, we're talking nirvanic, we're talking euphoric, okay? Elation to a whole other dimension. I love this for you. Expect it in June. This is amazing. Some of y'all are going to meet new loves. Some of y'all are going to find your dream jobs. Some of y'all, remember, Jupiter in Taurus. Hello. Remember, not only your social network and your groups and organizations you belong to, but your hopes and wishes. Cancer, you're amazing. Let's get to your stuff. Cancer, if you like this reading, it would be so great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from y'all. And if you are new to my channel, oh my goodness, I'm not even gonna. Okay, let me just finish my lines. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. You're amazing. I love you so much. I wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you. So I do appreciate it. I absolutely appreciate it, and I am very grateful. Now, Cancer, I am not gonna lie. This is this is possibly your best monthly reading, okay? Your reading last week was I would say your best weekly reading of the year so far. It was that great, okay? Now look at all this. Look at where it's leading. So you see this, not only progression, but ascension. All right, Cancer? This is absolutely amazing. Oh my goodness. Let's get started. You got the 3 of Cups. I mean, this is celebration. This is joy. You see the 3 sisters here toasting each other, laughing, dancing. This is amazing, okay? This is absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh. You're... Okay, so, you're going to get what you want. Let's just keep it at that. You're going to get what you want this month. Let's just keep it at that. You're just take action, okay? I don't want you to I want you to take action, but with Mars and Venus and Leo, it looks like you are going to anyway, okay? But take action. This is all about celebration. It's all about sisterhood and brotherhood too. This is a card of bonding. So again, I will have to repeat myself. Be social this month. Be social, because one thing that happens with bonding, first of all, bonding is so special. I think about it I say it all the time, maybe not all the time, but let's go back to, our, thousands of years, the beginning of mankind. We hunted in packs, we traveled in packs, we slept in packs. There was never I, it was always we. All right. Bonding's a human condition. It's so good for the soul. It raises our oxytocin levels. And Harvard did an 85-year study. What was the key to happiness? It was social fitness, our relationship with other people. So definitely, please be social this month, because when you think about the 11th house, social network, your social groups you belong to, even your LinkedIn community, whatever, right? Just that social atmosphere, groups you belong to, and your hopes and wishes, it is quite often the people that that bring make your hopes and wishes come true. Okay, so definitely be social this month. I absolutely love you. You're amazing, and there's so much happening here that's just making me almost shake. And I'm not gonna lie, and I'll tell you why. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. First, you got the Page of Cups. You got the Ace of Cups and the Page of Cups. Something new coming in, something definitely new coming in. There is a new love interest coming in. There is a new passion coming in. There is pages usher in new changes like the Aces. And they're they're the young ones, right? But they're the newbies. They're the newbies. They're still in the royal court. They're powerful. They're very powerful. They're underestimated. Page of Cups. This is a huge dreamer. Look at him. He's very, very, like, you would resonate. Like, he's dreamy. He's got a huge imagination. He's like, who else talks to a fish coming out of a cup, right? And so this is really great because there's a lot of creative energy in this. He has a lot of passion and emotions. In fact, his sleeves are red, okay? Wearing his heart on his sleeve. But when I say something new's coming in that's going to fill your heart to the point of tears, of joy, something new is coming in. And again, for a lot of y'all, it is going to be love. It's good. You're going to meet someone. That's why you have to be social. You're going to meet somebody. For a lot of y'all, it could be something that you're just, all he wants to do, all the Page of Cups wants to do is follow his bliss. Right? Now, all this newness coming through. And so, again, this can be a new love interest. This can be you taking your relationship to a whole other level in an area that you never thought it could go. This is new job, a new passion. This is something that you're good. This is literally, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to go ahead and say it right now based on the energy that from the very beginning. This is your best monthly reading that you've had. I'm going to explain why again later. You got the Empress. You got the Empress. Dramatic pause. The Empress is a goddess. Okay? She's not a queen, not a priestess, a goddess. Think Aphrodite. This is everything. This is pleasure. This is passion. This is sensuality. This is sexuality. This is everything. This is absolutely everything. Abundance. Abundance. You know, she is ruled by Venus. She's ruled by Venus. You see the symbol of Venus on the stone-shaped heart here? You're good. You're absolutely good. I'm going to show you two things that makes your reading the best monthly. First, you not only got the Three of Cups, you got the Empress. 2 threes here. All right. 3 is all about growth, advancement, development, but it's also creation. The Empress is pregnant. So birth of new things. Some of y'all are looking for that. I'm not going to lie. Some of y'all are looking for that. And some of y'all will be getting pregnant for sure. Especially when you have the Hierophant here with the Ace of Cups, Page of Cups. You've got the Three of Cups, King of Pentacles. Yes. Some of y'all will get pregnant or there will be a pregnancy in your family, okay? Secondly, the other thing is when I say the birth of new things, creation, new ideas, there is something new coming through. 3s, creation, create. You have something new coming through that's going to bring you this. What's bigger than like Nirvana or Rapturous, or what's bigger than that? Because it's the universe, right? You are so blessed. Now, one other thing that I'm going to show you that's going to blow you away, and what makes this your best monthly reading. Remember how I said there is only one other card where they have the golden scepter. You got the only 2 cards where they have the golden scepter that creates abundance and all this richness. Look at that. The Empress and the King of Pentacles. You're good. Cancer, you're good. This is your best monthly reading. Okay? I'm not even hesitating with that one because your final outcome, you got the King of Wands. Have you noticed? It's your 3rd king. Have you noticed? Remember how I said you have a lot of power this month. I mean, you've got 3 out of 4 kings. This is your best monthly reading, Cancer. This is going to be a really great month for you. You're going to absolutely enjoy your birthday season. I'm so excited for you. You have no idea. King of Wands. Now, all the kings are very different, as you know. King of Wands. Remember what I said. Venus and Mars in Leo. Boom. Leo. Now, so when I say have fun, he is the funnest king. He's the fun king. Okay, he's the one. Look at him. He's actually like, you see him kind of like tilting forward. Like he can't sit still. He wants to go have fun. He wants to go pursue more passions. He wants to be social. He wants to, help people with their passions. Listen, remember how I said also earlier you're going to be very influential? He is very influential. I call him the Steve Jobs of tarot. He's the entrepreneur. All right. He's worked. This king, he's sitting in this throne because he worked his butt off. Okay. It wasn't through lineage. It wasn't through succession. He worked his way up. That's how much passion he has. That's how much just remember I said being passionate about your passions this month, really fiery this month. I love it. I love it. This is very transformative energy too. Very transformative energy. I mean, you see, I'm just going to point out the salamanders. Salamanders back in the 15th century, 14th century, they thought they were fireproof. The wands are fire. So the salamanders are here and they are part of this whole process. They're, cycles, life cycles. When I talk about transformation, you see the Ouroboros here as well. It's a snake, the serpent, the salamander, eating its own tail, devouring its own tail, unity of all things. I mean, this is one influential, inspiring king. Everyone looks up to this king, and this came up in your final outcome. So when I say this is going to be a month, or like your best month, this is going to be your best month. Cancer. This is possibly a very, this is a very rare reading. Again, you got 3 kings. You got the King of Wands, King of Swords, King of Pentacles. You got the Hierophant, ruled by Taurus. Jupiter moved into Taurus in the heart of your spread. You have the Ace of Cups in your future next to the Page of Cups. This is almost amplifying this new thing coming through. This new thing that's going to make you cry with joy this month. Tears. Like, I want to see memes, okay? I want to see memes. I always cry with those like wedding videos that go viral when something like, or like, the dog reuniting with, with soldiers. I love those videos or whatever, but like those things that make it, that's going to happen for you. I mean, you got the Ace of Cups next to the Page of Cups. Something new is coming through. It's going to fill your heart. You got the Empress and the King of Pentacles, the only 2 cards with that golden scepter. I mean, this is huge. And your entire spread is dominated by court cards and major arcanas, which is just indicating very significant month for you. You're just going to have so much power, and people are going to look up to you. You're going to be very influential. You'll have that self-love is coming through, that spirituality that I mentioned earlier. The Hierophant is the spiritual leader, the Ace of Cups. There's a lot of self-love there. You got the Empress. You have the 3. I mean, like, you're good. You're good, Cancer. Now, as I promised, I'm going to break it down week by week. Ooh, there we go. I saw what that was. I hope you didn't, because if it shows up, then that was actually the second time that showed up. Oh my goodness, that's going to be amazing if that shows up. But it is a sign. I'll tell you what it is if it doesn't show up. As I promised, I break it down week by week to tell you what's going on, to give you an idea of what's going on every week for this month. As you know, the first week we kick it off June 1st with a Jupiter North Node conjunction. Boom. Boom, boom, luck, cranked up. We have that full moon in Sagittarius. That one's kind of like, it's actually not going to affect you as much as you're a cardinal sign, and that one is really going to affect the mutable signs, which is, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. And so, but it is a full moon, so there will be some closure, and I want you to, if you haven't already, that's a good time to surrender the thing that you need to surrender, okay? And then on the 5th, Venus is entering Leo. That is really fiery. We have Pluto going back into Capricorn. We'll talk about that during the weekly. We'll talk about Mercury going into Gemini during the weekly, but that one's a really huge placement. Remember, I said all that activity is in your 12th house, all right? Your subconscious. But it's a big week. Let's leave it at that. It's a very big week. So let's see what's going on for you for the first week of June. Okay. Woo! I gotta take a deep breath. You see this, right, Cancer? When I said you're going to have a lot of power this month, this is the first time ever that I've done a spread where they've gotten all four kings. All four kings. The only time. I've been doing tarot a long time too. I've been doing it a long time. This is the first time I've had a spread where you've got all four kings. You have no idea how significant this month is for you. That power, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And King of Cups. This is really amazing. This is he's the most emotionally stable. In fact, look at his throne on top of water. Look at the water. Look how turbulent the ocean is there. Doesn't matter. Nothing's going to knock him off. Okay? So you're going to have all that love. Like you're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely amazing. You're going to be absolutely amazing. This is, again, like the King of Cups is someone that leads with his heart. He has a lot of love to give, but he's also, remember, he's very, very intuitive. Let's just keep it that way. He's very in tune, okay? He's very psychic. It's that level of intuition is really strong. And again, that is that connection with your spirituality. And again, it's a big thing for you this month. Oh my goodness, Cancer, second week of June, where I was just like, for a second, I didn't even remember what month we were in. Second week of June is when we have that new moon in Gemini. You better plant seeds. Saturn goes retrograde, which is a good thing. Saturn going retrograde is a good thing. And it actually is in your ninth house. Saturn moved into Pisces in March in your ninth house of spirituality. And so this is a good time to actually go within and think about that long-term, like, commitment energy, like, you know, long-term goals. And you know, it also rules travel and publishing. If you're working on a book, hey, time to really, really, really take that moment to just, you know, really put some action into, I guess, like, just correcting course if you think that things are a little off, but just really just going within and trusting your intuition and thinking about these long-term goals. And that's really it. The new moon in Gemini, and yeah, it's a good time to plant seeds. Actually, you know what? The new moon in Gemini, the corresponding full moon is what is that? Is that November? It's end of November, December. So always 6 months after. Remember that. Okay. So what you plant, the seeds that you plant now, new moons, new beginnings. You could see activity toward the end of the year toward that. All right. So let's see what's going on for you for the second week of June. I don't know what to say. You got the king and the queen. You got the pair. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. You got the richest king and the richest queen. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. I don't know what to say. I'm actually speechless, and you know, if you're a subscriber, I'm rarely speechless. So the Queen of Pentacles, hey, she's the richest queen, but she's, you know, she takes care of people. She takes care of people, and she takes care of people in a way where she has resources to do it. Okay, she's like, you know, think about, like, if you had a friend that was a little short in rent, you would be the one that's like, oh, I got you. You need $200? I got you. That's her. But she's also creating this world for herself. This world. I mean, again, she has the resources to build the world she wants. You were good. You're good. This is during the new moon. You better start manifesting. I mean, you are good. You're absolutely good. You're golden. You're golden. Third week. Let's see what's going on for you. We have a rare aspect. I don't think I brought this up in the intro. Jupiter sextiling Saturn. So this is a rare aspect. This is happening on June 19th. I want you to think about what happened for you around December 21st, 2020. I know that's a long time ago, but this is the last time we had this aspect. So whatever you were working around that time, around the end of 2020, beginning 2021, you could start seeing like, things paying off for your work around that time. It's honestly, if it's like the big payoff is around this time. Okay. It's a very supportive placement. And then we, go into your birthday month, birthday season. Sun enters Cancer. That's going to be on the 21st as the day of the summer solstice. It's gotta be, remember, just have a fun summer. Venus and Leo, that's gonna be all summer long. I mean, Venus goes retrograde next month. We'll talk about that next month. But we just have so much fun. Be social, okay? It's gonna be a hot, fiery summer, and it's a summer of pleasure. It's why you'll see my air conditioner is already in my window. I explained this in one of my videos. Like, this is the only window in my apartment where the air conditioner fits. And I know people love seeing outside that window, but and my dog is actually on the floor by my feet. But it's gonna be a hot summer. It's gonna be a sexy summer. There's especially on the 21st, because Mercury is sextiling Mars that day too. I mean, that confidence energy. Nothing can stop you, Cancer. Nothing can stop you. So, happy birthday again, Cancer. Let's go ahead and see what's going on for you for the third week of June. Oh, you got the Ten of Swords. This is amazing, actually. I know it looks like a grim card, but 10 is the end of the suit. This is the card of New Dawn, okay? So, this is coming around. I want you to think about these swords aligning your chakras. I want you to think that these dark clouds are clearing, because that's what's happening here. The sun is coming out. This is dawn. This young man here, it's saying that he's gone through it. Clearly, he's gone through it, okay? So, Cancers, anything that you have been struggling with, any challenges that you have had, they're all coming to an end. You have to put effort into it with the Seven of Swords that came up in your reading in your past, though, okay? And so if there is still something, because also remember you got the Hangman in your challenge area, so there is something that you haven't surrendered. It's your gun. This is the week. You better do it. If you don't, you're just Again, I'm not going to lie. With Mars and Venus and Leo, and looking at your entire spread here, actually, it seems like you're just going to do it anyway. And I feel that energy for you. But one really cool thing I'm going to point out for you, because your reading is all about these synchronicities and patterns. But look at his hand gesture. It is the same as the Hierophant. So, what does that mean? Blessings. This is it's like rebirth energy. So anything that's been challenging you, learn from it, grow from it, let it empower you. Use those feelings to empower you. I want you to feel powerful, not powerless, okay? I want you to move forward in this new cycle. You are definitely 1000% entering a new cycle, but this is almost like with the hand gesture of blessings. Remember, everything that's happened to you, use it to empower yourself. Use it to fuel you to move forward and confront anything that you have to, facing any of your truths, or if there's anyone that's doing anything underhanded. Now, let's week 4. This is when Mercury enters your sign. This is very interesting because we're already in your birthday season, and this is just, it's all about quality at this point. It's, Mercury is all about communication. This is like, with Mercury in your sign and with you in your where the sun in your sign at this point, this is really just being more instinctive, being more intuitive. Like, you're just going to be very intuitive this month. You're going to tap into that part of you, almost like visceral. Remember, I said pay attention to your dreams too. Pay attention to your dreams too, okay? So, especially because of your reading as well, very spiritual activity here, especially with Saturn and Pisces in your 9th house of spirituality. spirituality. And then Neptune does go retrograde, another great retrograde, because that's really helping you tap into your spiritual side. This is a great, okay, so let's go ahead and again, I'm going to talk more. There's 4 other aspects happening this week, okay? This is a big week, every week. And I haven't talked about all the aspects, but we're going to do that in my weekly readings. But I'm just giving you like a little preview of what to expect every week. So the 4th week, let's see what's going on for you for the 4th week of June. You got the Ace of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups. I don't even know what to say at this point. You are going to definitely move into this new place. Something new's coming in that's going to be something that you hoped and wished for. It's going to come to fruition for sure, 1000%, with the Ace of Cups in your future right next to the Page of Cups. This is something that's going to fill your heart, fill you with bliss. You're going to follow your bliss. You are definitely going to follow your bliss, okay? Now, again, a lot of this is romantic for some of y'all, but it's a lot of it, hey, Knight of Cups, he is Mr. Romance, Knight in Shining Armor, but this is him just wanting to fill his cup, okay? He's going on this quest, but he's taking his time. He's a lover of like the arts and all things that are beautiful, and oh gosh, talk about following your bliss. You're good. You're good. This is your best. This is not only your best monthly reading, Cancer. This is a very rare reading. I've never had a reading where you pulled all 4 kings. You not only did that, you got the only 2 cards with that golden scepter. You got the Ace of Cups next to the Page of Cups, and with the Knight of Cups. I mean, I don't even know what to say here. This is a rare, quite extraordinary reading. Extraordinary reading. Again, if you look at your entire spread here, you'll see only 3 cards were minor. It's all court and major arcanas. Okay, and you only got 3 of these. You got the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. Okay, and the 3 of Cups. But you honestly, I don't even know what to say. The fact that you got the King of Swords in your crown, the one that's all about up here, and then the King of Pentacles in the root of your spread, what's grounding you. I mean, this is... Don't forget, you got the King of Wands in your final outcome. Like, you're going to be sitting in that throne. You're going to have so much power. You're going to be so influential this month. You need to be active. I want you to be active. I want you to be social over anything else. I want you to be social, okay? Just be social. This is, I'm not going to lie, this is a very rare reading. I've never had a reading like this where you've gotten so many of, like, this is your best. This is, you know what? This isn't even your best monthly reading. This is your best reading of all time, okay? I've never had a reading like this. Cancer, thank you so much. Oh gosh, 47 minutes. Oh my gosh. Cancer, I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Cancer, happy birthday. You're amazing. I love you so much. Thanks so much for tuning in. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. I love this. You're gonna have an amazing month. All right, thanks so much for being here. If you like this reading, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Leave comments. I want to hear from y'all. And if you're a subscriber, you're amazing. Thanks so much for being here. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.